very top
Ladies
edge
and gentlemen,
of the game.
our next bout this evening is a 6 two-minute rounds international contest in the welterweight division. Firstly, fighting out of the red corner with a record of 10 wins, 1 by way of KO, 27 losses and 6 draws, weighing in 142 pounds, 9 ounces. And tonight she wears the black shorts. Please welcome from Lithuania, Vaida Masiokaite. And moving across into the blue corner, unbeaten with 2 wins from 2, weighing in 142 pounds, 8 ounces, and tonight she wears the grey shorts with gold trim. Please welcome from Hackney, London, Oriance Lungu. Your referee in charge is Mr. Rocky Israel, who will now give his final instructions to both boxers.
Protect yourself and obey my command at all times. When I say stop boxing, step back, yeah? Touch gloves and good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, 6 two-minute rounds.
For the first round.
So 6 two-minute rounds at welterweight. There was a little bit of a debate over which division it should be, but I think the weights, as reported by Merck Burdis, confirm it is at welter, this women's contest between Oriance Lungu in the white and the much more experienced Vaida Masiokaite, the Lithuanian. And Lungu has a couple of pro victories to start out her career. Great opportunity here tonight, Richie, on a platform like this to spread the word very, very quickly that she's a fighter to keep an eye on, I think.
Yeah, and I think she is. What I've just seen of her there with that jab, that's a lovely shot there. Time and again she's thrown that early on in this contest so far. She's working well with that punch. She's in against an experienced Lithuanian boxer here, Masiokaite. But Lungu, yeah, I like what I see here. Good boxing technique, working well behind her lead hand. And yeah, this is it's quite a bright start from her, I think.
The opponent,
Nice
Masiokaite, with 27 defeats. And she's very open, actually, Richie, isn't she?
Yeah, she's just drops her left hand a little bit, does Masiokaite. But Lungu, like I said, working behind that jab. I think she's boxing well. So you see the Lithuanian boxer there just dropping that lead hand. So she's just inviting either the jab or the right hand over the top. That's what she'll have to watch out for if Lungu just starts to throw that punch. But nevertheless, I think it's a positive start from Lungu with that lead hand. Yeah, good stuff from her. There's that right hand we've just been speaking about, Paul.
It's her go-to combination, isn't it? And it's already made a mark on this fight. She's got a few fans in the hall here tonight already as well, still in the very early stages of his career. Eko Esserman, welterweight star in his own right. What have you made of that opening round, Eko?
Oh, it was good to watch. Oriance got stuck in straight away, and as Richie said, she has a beautiful jab. She pushes through off her back foot, really getting momentum behind it. And I saw her throw a couple stab jabs, meaning stabbing the air away from her opponent's stomach to steal the air further along in the match. She's going to start to tire as a result of that. Masio also looks a bit too relaxed in her guard, and as you mentioned, that leaves her open to being caught by the backhand.
These are 2-minute rounds.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out. Round 2.
Jumping out of the corner, grabbing the centre of the ring. There's lots of the elements to like in the personality, if I could put it like that, of Lungu, the young professional boxer. Not young in age, I say that with every respect. 34 years of age, certainly has little time to waste. She's not wasting any time at all in this fight, Rich, is she?
I think she's got a bit of natural talent, hasn't she, Lungu, there? little bits of the head movements side to side, and I think she puts her shots together quite well, working behind that jab. She's looking for that right hand also, and I think the corner may have will have said something to her about her opponent's very low lead hand, and there's that right hand again, right on cue. So I think she's boxing well.
I also fancy, Rich, that she's got a little bit of pep in that right hand as well.
And look at that, just thinking about the defence there, that just simple block and parry with that with her right glove there as the opponent throws out the jab. See, Masiokaite just can't seem to get close enough to land the shots. So the quality of the punching is much better from Lungu.
Pressure seems to me to be the key weapon from Oriance Lungu, and making Masiokaite fight at a tempo which is ever so slightly uncomfortable to her.
Yeah, and not only that, Masiokaite just can't seem to hit the target really. Look, she's hitting gloves, she's hitting arms, nothing's really getting through. So you've got to give credit to Lungu. You know, she's playing peekaboo style sometimes, just looking through a guard and just waiting for the opportunities and the openings, and she's getting through with the better shots.
Yeah, very accurate.
Yeah, lovely.
Lots of nice little half steps to give herself an angle and to put Masiokaite just slightly off balance. There are lots of little nuances to the technique which demonstrate one thing. There's a really powerful backstory which we'll get to a little bit later. Over to you, Echo.
Yeah, Lungu's energy is great. She has a beautiful 1-2 that she's been setting up in that last round. And she should be looking to catch and counter off that great use of her guard that she has.
Love that phrase, catch and counter. Elaborate, please.
So obviously, you mentioned how when her opponent throws that jab, she just blocks it with her right hand. She should let a jab off of her own or a hook, or mix things up. Catch it with that right hand, send the right hand back.
Thank you very much, Echo Esserman. The rounds come around very quickly indeed. 6
Quarters,
2-minute rounds.
10 seconds.
These flights tend to
Seconds
fly by.
out.
Already
Round
approaching the
3.
halfway stage. A very eye-catching opening from Oriance Lungu through the first third of this fight. Dare I say, Richie, there are touches of Cindy and Gangpa about the way this Oriance Lungu fights. And Gangpa became one of the stars of the Olympic Games, fighting under the neutral flag, of course, but you and Robert McCracken at Team GB Amateurs played such a huge part preparing her for the Games. She was one of the refugee entrants, and she completely stole the show in Paris at the Olympics. I feel like I'm looking at her in some ways.
Very much so, similar style to Cindy and Gamba, who was a revelation, I thought, in the Olympics, and really boxed well, fast, the tempo, high work rate, and well schooled as well. And I think Lungu does definitely have the look of Cindy and Gamba with the way she boxes. And then Cindy, tremendous boxer indeed, and like I say, boxes at a real fast tempo. But I like what I see here from Lungu. I really do, because she's setting things up again behind that jab. She's thinking about her boxing. She's thinking about her defence. Look, in and out, nice timing. So she's got a bit of natural talent, most definitely. And yeah, she's one to watch out for.
Shouts at me, Richie, that the more she can apply the pressure, the better she looks, and that might be the style for her to develop now she is among the professionals.
I think what she's shown as well, Paul, when Masiokaite is throwing shots, look, missing with punches. You watch Lungu, she's looking for the opening, she comes back with fast counters. So there you go, she's in and out with the feet there to the body, which is good. She's thinking about her defence. And I think she's got, like I say, that's natural talent, that is. And I think that obviously her coach has done a good job with her, but I really like what I see. It's a nice boxing style that she's got.
No doubting the willpower of Masiokaite and the output, but not many of those jabs are more than tentative prods. They're not landing with any sort of bad intentions whatsoever. Echo, over to you.
In the opening few seconds of that round, Oriance landed a beautiful left hook. It seemed to rattle her opponent a bit, but her opponent came on indeed, and she used her feet beautifully, as Richie mentioned, just going in and out and letting off little pot shots and accumulating her points throughout the round. It's beautiful boxing to watch.
It's hard to break up her rhythm, isn't it?
Yeah, she seems to get into her energy flow and her rhythm, and it seems it's a great one.
I think the crowd, which are beginning to filter in here
Corners,
at the York
10
Green, really
seconds.
like what they're seeing from Oriance Lungu.
Seconds out. Round 4.
So into the second half of this scheduled 6-rounder. The backstory with Lungu that I referred to really revolves around the Haringey Police Amateur Boxing Club. Very great name, of course, the Haringey Box Cup, one of the most important amateur competitions in British boxing. And they've done a really strong line in developing women boxers over the last 3-4 decades. Terry Kelly working behind the scenes to get women's boxing recognised by the ABA in 1997. That was the first big step. She joined Haringey a few years after that, I understand, as a coach and a judge.
Yeah, Haringey's a terrific club, isn't it? You know, it produces great boxers, real good fighters from schoolboys right through to seniors and girls. And look at this, that was a lovely shot. Lungu's actually shown something else in this round. She's been getting the right hand counter, the timing of it. There it is again, look, as the opponent's coming forward, right on cue. She's thrown it 4 or 5 times. Every time she's thrown it, it's hit the target. Lovely timing, looking for the mistakes made by her opponent, who's coming too much over the front foot. And again, right hand over the top, and then she just comes out to the side. So again, she just upped it a little bit and just showed us something different. Those single right hand counters, the timing is spot on.
It's a little glimpse of a big talent very clearly tonight here, Oriance Lungu. I just want to say one thing to the credit of Masiokaite. There'll be a lot of fighters, Richie, at this stage who would have just put the chin in there and said, right, I'll tighten it up. I'll try not to look too bad in losing.
Oh.
She's got a different approach tonight, and she's helping make Lungu look good.
Absolutely, she's tough, you know. I don't think she's won a round really, but she's trying to win every round, Paul. That's the difference. She's really going for it, but it's just the quality of her shots just aren't as good as Lungu. Another good round.
Crowd are really getting into this tonight here, and I think you are too, Echo.
Yeah, it's great to watch. Masio definitely tried to turn up the heat in that round, but Lungu took the pressure and handled it really well. Obviously, getting those small pockets of opportunities to get off that counter right hand, which was just landing at will, as it seemed. And she has a good judgment of her distance. You can tell that with her feet.
Do you think she's starting to enjoy it in there tonight?
Yeah, I think definitely, especially with some of those counters. You could tell her adding a little bit of flair and poses in there to throw off her opponent.
Corners, 10 seconds.
She can't wait to get started.
Seconds
Look, she's
out.
halfway across the ring already behind the referee's back.
Round
there.
5.
So Masiokaite better be ready for what comes next. As game as she is, Vado Masiokaite, it's been hard going for her.
Yeah, she just found it a little bit difficult to actually catch Lungu, who's got good movement, natural rhythm, which is excellent from her, side to side with the head. She's in and now with the feet, so she's difficult to actually nail with the shot. There's an example. So Masiokaite is trying to close the gap down, fall short with the punches, and the quality of the shots aren't really good. She's not connecting with the knuckle part of the gloves, and like I say, she's missing the target time and again. Although her output is good, volume's there, but there's not a lot actually penetrating and getting through to Lungu.
The more I'm watching of this Oriance Lungu, Richie, the more I'm liking her, actually.
She's growing into the contest, Paul, and I think she is really enjoying it, and this sort of opponent certainly suits her. She's controlling the pace, And there's that right hand again. Now, what Masiokaite's got to do a little bit more of, Paul, is just move off to her right a little bit more. She keeps drifting round to the left with a low lead hand, and that's the recipe to walk onto that right hand, right on cue again. So she's got to step off more to her right and go away from that shot.
There's a decent left counter at the end of that little passage by Masiokaite. It was a good reset by Lungu as well after. He's hardly had to step in once, Rocky Israel, but does so there. Last 20 seconds of round 5.
I think she actually prefers Masiokaite to come forward, Paul.
Absolutely.
Because she's whipping her onto that right hand especially. But yeah, it's a decent contest, isn't it? Because Masiokaite is really going for it. You've got to give her great credit for the effort that she's put in also.
Indeed. As game as they come, but technical shortcomings, starting from that jab of the girl in the red corner. It's too tentative, and as a consequence, open for those forays like that. Echo.
Yeah, I think Oriance was definitely coming into her own in that round. She had a little, I think she could probably do with a little more investment in her body shots just to slow down her opponent. But saying that, I could see her really enjoying herself, smiling as Masio missed a couple of punches, and really, as you both mentioned, getting off her shots of her own. You know that saying, make them miss, make them pay. She's definitely doing that.
And she's making a fairly big impression here tonight. The
Corners, 10 seconds.
Fight fans live on Boxnation's YouTube channel.
Seconds out for the 6th and final
Everybody gets a
round.
medal on a Friday for making their way through rush hour London to be here, by the way.
Absolutely, Paul. What a terrible time getting here, but I'm glad I'm here now. Because I love the York Hall, Paul.
Yeah,
it's
brilliant.
Steeped in history. It's my favourite venue. It's a fantastic venue, it really is. Favourite small hall venue, should I say.
You both fought here, did you not?
No, I didn't fight
Did you
here,
not,
Paul.
Richie?
No.
I'm sure you did.
One of my
Echo, did
biggest
you?
regrets.
Oh yeah, I've
You
fought
did,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, of all the places I would have liked to have fought, it would have been New York or it's just a fantastic place, isn't it? Cafe over the road. Get a bite to eat beforehand.
The apple pie and custard is mine, Richie. All mine. Okay?
Yeah.
I just want to make that very clear.
Yeah, absolutely. But the people here,
Yeah,
you know,
brilliant.
they're boxing through and through. It's a great atmosphere.
To the very end, as game as anything, Masiokaite.
She's played her part, Paul. You know, she's tough as they come, just keeps coming. And just the quality of the work from Lungu has been the difference. Lovely all-round boxer, natural talent, I think. And yeah, I really think she could go places. But it's been a competitive contest because Masiokaite has really played her part, but just fallen short too many times. And Lungu, like I say, has had that quality in her work. And yeah, she's the boxer that seems to be going places. Very good, very impressed.
There might be a case for saying that this has been a closer round than the others, actually, Richie.
Well, definitely Masiokaite has sort of matched Lungu, hasn't she, for the work. But like I say, it's just the quality of the shot from Lungu. Always catches your eye, Paul.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
There's a big right hand somewhere in there, right on the bell. The bell which ends 6 very hard rounds indeed for Vaida Masiokaite, under pressure from a very talented newcomer, I must say, Oriance Lungu, who has surely made it 3 pro wins out of 3. And we mentioned the amateur background a while ago from that Harrogate Police amateur boxing club. Along the way over the years, stars like Hannah Bahari, who was a 2-year, I believe, women's ABA champion, 2007 and 8, if I'm right about that, 48 kilogram class. And of course, more recently, Nicola Adams was attached to Harrogate Police ABC. They might have found another one in Oriance Lungu. But well done to Masiokaite, a very honest effort indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee scores the contest 60 points to 54. The winner in the blue corner from Hackney, London, Oriance, Lungu.